So, Mom, by the way, Mom's drinking juice there, I promise. And, it's pomegranate juice, probiotic juice. I can't believe she's, like, doing that. And anyway. So, explain from your... And she's really thirsty. She, yeah, long story short. Anyway. So, go ahead and explain from your perspective what happened.
Well, we pulled up, and there were big glass windows. And as soon as we pulled up, these two men dressed in very Jewish traditional Haredim attire started staring at us in a kind of frightening way. I mean, in a hostile way. And then I said to you, are you sure that there's only guys in there? And then you said, oh my gosh. You wanted me to go ask them, but they look so scary, I was not going to go ask them. So we learned a big thing tonight, that we as women of our faith, of our Christian faith, we don't get treated like that. We don't get, I'm grateful for my faith. That's one thing I learned tonight. It was kind of an amazing experience. I actually felt frightened that they looked like they wanted to hurt us.
Yeah, and I told you how dangerous, most of the Haredim are, right? And for me, remember that your coworker Joel, who's reformed, told us when he invited us to the one Seder that the women are basically back in the kitchen and that they're not allowed to participate in the Seder. They're just back there cooking the food and talking and what have you, and the men are participating in the Seder. Mm-hmm. And not only that, but...
Well, frankly, if the choice was to be in the kitchen with women or out in the front with those two men, I'd rather be in the kitchen with women.
And I think probably not all, but I'm sure quite a few Haredim women feel that way, and I'm sure they feel afraid of their husbands. And, well, husbands and sons and whoever else. And then I remembered a couple of things. For Haredim, and I was telling you all this, one, Shabbat is not over for them until there are 3 stars in the sky. Number 2, they saw, like you said, they saw you driving with your hair on.
What happens if it's a cloudy night?
They would, when it got completely dark, then that's when they would, like, completely dark, not just dusk, but completely dark, just to be on the safe side. And the thing is too, and remember I was telling you all this, remember you observed the thing about the hair covered and the hair uncovered and the driving? I thought they would have assumed that you were a Shabbos goyah, but they must have been looking at you like, okay, woman driving, hair uncovered, driving on Shabbat, and she's with a daughter of Israel. What the hell is she doing here? And I even said to you, or were you the one who said it? Did you say, should we go?
You said it.
Yeah, because I was afraid, and I was like, wow, okay, I thought the Chabad Lubavitch Center in Howard County was different. And yes, based on what I remember, I believe that the rabbi and his wife were very nice, and there were a couple of other nice people there, but it did not work. And I remember, too, since I am a patrilineal Jew, and since I'm Messianic...
What, have you ever been there before?
No.
Then how do you know they were nice?
Well, because remember that they helped me last year with the stuff that I needed for Pesach?
Oh,
yeah, and, and you felt like, you even felt like they were basically, by the way they were staring at you, they basically...
They were hostile looking. Like
yeah.
They were...
Like, I just thought they were staring at us like, what the hell are they doing here? But you felt like that if they could get away with it, they would do something to you, right?
Well, I'm not going to say that, but I felt like they were hostile, and I did feel frightened.
Yeah, like you didn't want to risk it in case they would have put a threat on your life, right?
Please don't put words in my mouth.
No, but I mean,
I felt frightened, but I didn't feel, like it was out of control. I could speed off.
Oh, okay.
We were in a locked car, and...
Yeah. To be honest, unfortunately, I don't think in Israel you could do that, whereas here you could probably speed off, but in Israel, depending on what parts they're in, I don't think it would end well for either of us. Because we'd be considered, you know, shiksas and heretics and this, and it would just be, I mean, how else can I put it? And did I miss anything, or should I have...
You should have drank that kombucha. It's fermented.
Oh, yeah, you know, I tasted something funny.
Sorry about that, I forgot.
It's
fermented tea.
I tasted something funny, and yeah, so that was kind of my fault. And
sorry about that.
Luckily,
so you mean you can't have yogurt or anything?
No, I can have yogurt, but I can't have, you know, I can't have fermented wheat, oats,
Kefir?
spelt.
Can you have kefir?
Yeah, I can have kefir.
Because I've got some. That's
I
fermented.
think, yeah, because you can't have fermented oat, wheat, spelt, barley, and rye. Those are the 5 forbidden fermented grains. So, like, that's why I can't have beer or anything.
Turn it off.
And that's why I would also need kosher for Passover wine.
Turn it off.
So.
You ain't getting kosher for Passover wine.
Well, we had the grape juice at home, so, but they would say, oh, it needs to be kosher for Passover too.
Nikki, who cares what
Well.
they say? You do it out of the intent of your heart. Did you tell Miss Laura?
Yeah, I tried to call her and tell her, and I tried to call Michelle and tell her too, but like, oh, she's like, wait till you get home and then I'll record it in this. So, anyway, though, needless to say, you do have a point. It's an interesting experience.